Somebody reply me back. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good one. So let me share the PPT and we will start with the today's topic of discussion. Okay, so what we have discussed in the last lecture, we have started with the concept of basic communication. Okay, so what are the basic elements are there? What is a basic communication element? We have finished the chapter number 1 with the signal characteristic, bandwidth, and all the stuff. As well as in this new chapter, we have discussed this particular concept. Like, what do you mean by communication? What do you mean by data transfer? What do you mean by telecommunication? Or we can say we have stopped our discussion at the 4 point, like what is the effectiveness of data communication and all this. Okay. So basic effectiveness of the data communication, which is depend on 4 parameters. First is a delivery, then there we can say the accuracy, then timeliness and jitter. Okay. So what are the stuff? Delivery, name itself suggests, must be deliver the correct information. Okay, whatever the information that you have sent, it must be received correctly. Accuracy, it means data deliver correctly, unaltered or error free. Okay, like so you have sent it something all the ones, but over at the time someone will convert to 0. So that meaning of that information going to change. So must be like that. It is having accurate information it's supposed to transmit. Whatever you have generated from transmitter must be received at the receiver side. Why ni પાછળ તમે દબાઈ? ના આવી જાવ આમ. જી હા. તમે આમ આવી જાવ એ ભાઈ ના કોર્નરમાં. Yes, you come to corner. Great, yeah. Then it's a timeliness. તો વળી પાછો તું આમ આવી ગયો. પીઠમાં કઈ છે પાછળથી જોવા. Okay. Next, third is a timeliness. Timeliness, it means whatever the information you have transmitted must be reached at the specific time duration. Okay, like आप अभी message start कर रहे हो, or you have required that it must be received in few minutes or few seconds, but वो अगले साल वो message मिले तो उसका कोई मतलब नहीं है, ठीक है? So there is a timeliness is there. So timely manner and real time information that you can get it through that. Jitter, it means variation in packet arrival time must be the lower. As we have discussed in last lecture, like you have just identified like that in 1 second, 1 bit is going to transmit it. But whenever it is received, it must not be a change from anything else. So 1 second you have set it over here for 1 bit period, it must be 1 over there. If it is changed to 0.7, so we can say timing mismatch is there and your information, packet and all the stuff going to alter. So this 4 thing is majorly need to take care: delivery, accuracy, punctual in time, and shape of that particular pulse jitter. So whenever we can say a data communication, so there are 5 components are associated with this data communication. What are the 5 components? 5 components which is having a first is a message, like what you want to transmit. Data in form of like audio, text, video, computer data, picture. So what is your data? That's the first element. What is the second element? Who is the sender? It can be any computer, workstation, telephone headset, video camera, anything. What is a receiver? And receiver is going to be same as it is, like any computer to computer, workstation, telephone headset, printer, or some another IoT devices. So these are the third element. Fourth element, transmission medium. On which transmission medium you are going to send the information: wired, wireless, optical fiber, coaxial cable, Wi-Fi, Zigbee, Bluetooth, satellite, mobile, which type of the technology you are going to use. And the protocol, set of rules that governs the data communication or agreement between 2 communicating devices. Meaning of that, like that's a simple example we can say. If you have transmitted a data through a, let's say, Wi-Fi. So whenever you say you are sending a data through Wi-Fi, so whatever the sender is there, it is also using that Wi-Fi chip for the transmission, and whatever the receiver are there, it is also using such type of the Wi-Fi chip. Or in another manner, like whatever the frequency that your mobile headset using to access the internet from your router. Let's say it is using some 2.4 gigahertz frequency. So your router is also using a 2.4 gigahertz frequency, as well as you are connected through the Wi-Fi. So whenever you connect it through the Wi-Fi, so the protocol or the standard which is followed by that Wi-Fi must be same between your router and your mobile phone. It's not like that over there the protocol is running for Bluetooth and you are sending a data from Wi-Fi. No, both are different. So that protocol or the agreement between two devices must be the same. Okay, like right now I'm connecting through wireless device, so the device also receive the data in terms of wireless in manner. Okay, so it is not like that you are having you are sending data in electromagnetic wave. It is agreed to get the data in optical fiber. No, there must be a same agreement between them in terms of communication, in terms of rules and all this. So there are five. This is a five element we have: message, sender, receiver, transmission media, and the protocol. Okay. So this is as one diagram is shown over here. You can see from this one: sender, receiver, interconnecting medium, message that you want to transmit, and what are the rules that you are following for sending that information. That's the basic communication system. Yes, any questions? Somebody has started the mic. We have seen video. Which video? I think, oh, yesterday's video. Yes, so that I have forgot to discuss on that particular video. So that video is related to the Li-Fi. Okay, and that Li-Fi is known as a full name is a light fidelity, and it is first introduced by that Harald Hess. That particular scientist name is a professor in University of Manchester, or name is a Harald Hess, and Harald Hess has first invented data transmission through the LED bulb. Like what is his concept? Like whatever the light sources that we are using at our home, like tube light or LED lamp. Okay, so that source is become as a Wi-Fi hotspot also, or data transmission or reception hotspot also. So it is not just doing a one task, just give you the light. It is also doing a task of give you the internet access. Okay, and as it is, we are using a light, so it is we can say there are no we can say there are no further setup is required to do the communication. Like once you have a bulb at your place, you can get the internet access. No need to use the another type of the device for that. So what is the challenges are required? Whatever this particular light source are there, it must be connected through some extra setup, which will give the data transfer along with that regular electricity transmission. So to run that all the LED and tube light, you require some 230 volt or such type of the connection you require. So it is not just accepting the 230 volt, but in that 230 volt of your signal, you are embedding your data also. So this is a first concept where you can take the data from the light source. Another challenge is there. You can also send the data to those source. So it is possible like that your data, your tube light can be work as a bi-directional transmission and receiver. So with that extra setup, it will give the data also, and from whatever the data generating from your mobile, it is accept that data also. So likewise, this type of the concept is there for the Li-Fi. An extended version of that video we have seen, where the solar panel, which is just hanged on your roof, it can be also work as a Wi-Fi. So he has demonstrated one thing where a broadcasting is going to possible. Like you send the data to your solar panel, and solar panel automatically give you that information harvesting. But they have not shown the another direction communication. Like you can, like in internet, there are bi-directional communication you require. You are not just accessing the internet. You are sending some data also, okay, request also. So bi-directional communication also is required. That is the next type of that particular course. But for the demonstrating purpose or for the costlier device, like in a Japan or in China, such type of the Wi-Fi hotspot is already company are selling. People are doing the experiment on this one, how the bidirectional light communication is there. And in the kind of the very successive in manner, one of the Olympic, which was organized previously on China. In that China, they have done this Olympic broadcasting using such type of the light transmission technology, which is named as a free space optics. Okay, free space optics. So what they have done, like whatever the two tower you have, in that tower, instead of radiating your, oh, what happened? Oh, is it PT or something? Is this slide is visible to everyone? Okay. So instead of just sending the, like whatever the normal tower right now you are using an antenna. Okay, antenna of electromagnetic wave. But what during that a particular Olympic broadcasting, during that Olympic broadcaster, what they have used, instead of this antenna, they have used the laser transmitter and detector, which is known as a free space optics. So they have sent a high intensity laser light to another tower, and from that tower it will again going to receive that same. So bidirectional communication they have set up through this free space optics, where the electromagnetic wave is not required, but light signal is required. So they have used the infrared light to transmit the signal, and they have done the broadcasting of that. And from that particular phenomena, that new technology came, named as a free space optics. So there are hundreds of literature, thousands of books and papers are available in internet right now regarding how to set up a free space optic communication, which is done through the light, not through this electromagnetic waves, through the light. Light is also electromagnetic wave, but you are not using gigahertz frequency. You are using terahertz frequency. Yeah, so we need to use the laser light for such communication. Okay. So some question from Rutvik. So can we transmit the data if resource is so far in Wi-Fi? Right now, whatever the second example I have just shared with you about the free space optics, yes, you can send it. Like imagine that you are having a laser light. So you can send that laser light to very far distance now. And if there are some powerful laser light is there, like with the normal 100 or 150 rupees of laser light, even if you can transmit to some hundreds of meters. But if we have some sophisticated laser light, so you can transmit it to line of sight communication up to the kilometers also. But you need to take care about the Earth's curvature. Like when you set up a two towers, so both of the transmission and receiver must be in line of sight. If it is not in line of sight, you cannot transmit. And that's applicable to everywhere, between two antenna, between two towers, that both of the antenna must be in line of sight. Okay, in same phase. Like you are doing that line of sight communication in your television set-top box. You need to set your television dish antenna to the line of sight of your geostationary satellite. Likewise, you need to set a tower also there, and you use the high power or very focused laser beam, then it is possible to do. Okay, so that's the one thing we have. So what do we mean by network? So now one by one we are going to see this stuff and we will discuss what is it. Network is nothing but it's a set of device, and normally it is referred as the nodes. Okay, that connected through the communication link, either wired, wireless, or this Wi-Fi, free space optics. A node can be computer, printer, or any other device which capable to sending or receiving the data generated by the another node on the network. So network, it is nothing but it's a connected, we can say connected architecture of several different devices, which is a network enabler. Like it can send the data, it can receive the data. If such type of the device you are connecting with the different cables or Wi-Fi links or wireless link, it's considered as a network. So that's the simple definition we have. Now, where such type of the computer network is going to be used? Okay, so what are the computer network that applications are there? So first application is kind of the business application, where you can say monitor the production, keep inventory, do the payroll, okay, resource sharing, or proximity between headquarter and area office. Like you can say there are one, let's say there is one bank is there, let's say HDFC or HSBC, or we can say another bank, which is an international bank, which is operating in many countries. Okay. So we can say whatever the database of this particular company is situated at one particular place, and from that database, that every branch of this particular company is access those particular database or particular server. So we can say this is a business application that like you are set up a network for such private organization bank which is situated in a different geographical location. And through that network, you are maintaining the accounts, and customer also use their accounts, kind of they credit their money, debit their money, or they will use the another service, loan, and everything. So that's the private network which is dedicated for one particular company. And that company's branch and nodes are situated in different geographical locations. So you are creating a network for such particular, I can say for such particular setup, that's considered as a business application type of the requirement, okay, for the computer network setup. Like in a business applications, there are always going to be like a client server model. Okay, so what is a client server model like? There are multiple users are there, and that multiple users can access those information from anywhere in the world, while their master database or their server is situated at one place. Like you can say whatever the server of, let's say HSBC Bank or Axis Bank or any other bank, which is going to be situated at one particular place in India. But from India, from every corner of your country, you are accessing that server for your account information, or for your passbook related inquiry, for your loan related inquiry. Right now, you can say you are accessing your bank detail from your mobile phone. So we can say whenever you connect with your mobile phone, so you are actually connected with the server of that particular network. And from that server, you are getting the information. Okay. So we can say that is a client server model where that client is going to asking information from the server that right now I want to get this information. I want to get this information. So that's considered that one is a storage device. Another persons through their computer or mobile, they require those information. So how this information going to share? Through the computer networks. Okay. Another we can say, which is also like client and server, how it is possible? It's depend on request and reply. Like you request for that, this is my password. When you fill your password from that server, it will give you one gateway. Like, okay, your password is matched. Now you can access, this is the facility of your particular mobile application. And then again, you will ask for the request like, I want to see my balance. So whenever you see generate some query regarding the balance, so that queries or request go to that server, and server give you the answer. Okay, this is your balance. So likewise, there are a request and reply type of the stuff is there. Okay, you request for accessing one particular small section of that website, and they will give you the reply on that. Okay, and whenever we talk about such banking or such type of the services, at that time, this stuff you are going to see in your higher semester. It is done through the web pages, okay, web pages or mobile application. And for that web pages and mobile application, you need to apply some security also. That is known as an encryption. Like whatever the password that you are accessing right now, or mobile or Beam application that you are accessing right now, must not be accessed by the others without your permission. So we can say you are providing some security, some encryption, that data must be secure between that server and this party. So there are some AES, DES, secure algorithms are there, encryption algorithm are there. Okay, that must be the apply. And for that, whatever the such type of the banking related applications are there, if you see their address bar, it is mentioned as like HTTPS, HTTP secure, so hypertext transfer protocol secured. So it is must be secured with some particular encryption standard. So your data must be the secure and not accessed by the third party. Such type of the thing is there. As well as we can say whatever, whenever we talk about the security and all the stuff, if you have observed such type of the phenomena, like it will say you like that whenever you logging through one particular ID and password in one of the banking service, it will give you a numbers like your password. You need to change your password after that much of days. Do you experience such thing? Like you must change your password because your password is similar since your 4 week or since a 20 week. Okay, and it is a different, like in Marwadi also, whenever you access your account, it will give you some message. Since a 4 week, your password is same, change something else. Now, how it is come to that particular number, that one counter is going to set like that, depend on the security service, depend on the secure, I can say algorithm you are applying for any particular services. It is having some time, like how much time it will take to crack that particular password. So if you have set your password today, and that password is governed by this security protocol or this particular algorithm, so that algorithm can be cracked in that much of day. So I will give the suggestion to the user that you must change your password before that much of time. So your password is secure. If you change that password, again, that much of time is required to crack that stuff. So that's why it will give you the time. You must change your password after 24 days or after that much of week. Why? Because whatever the security protocol is there, whatever the password you have set, it will take that much of time to crack it. So this is the behind algorithm. Why it is give this message? What is the importance of that? What are the another business applications? You can say your secure Gmail, Yahoo Mail, Hotmail, video conferencing. You can say that's the business applications, webinars that all of you are and all of us are right now connected with this one. E-commerce websites, it is Snapdeal, Amazon, Flipkart. So these all are the business applications. So there are one server are there where all the inventory product is going to listed over there. As a client, you are accessing those particular items and you need to create your account for the banking transaction and to making a wish list or to making some a particular storage. So that's the one particular dedicated, I can say window it is given to you. For the users, it will give the window and through that window, you can see all the product. So that we can say the business application. What are the home applications that you are accessing the internet or we can say remote applications like e-paper, online libraries, instant messaging, we can say messaging or chat rooms. These all are, we can say the home application. Through that, you are doing the information exchange. You are sending the data, receiving the data, doing some, I can say broadcasting through papers, e-paper and all stuff. These are the home application. Hello? MB. So this is the home applications. Another home application, we can say like Napster, we can say some music streaming services, online music sharing, playing like whatever your Ghana.com, okay, JioSaavn, this all are, we can say sharing application. That's all come under the home application. Photo sharing, Flickr, Instagram, e-learning, online games, social website, video on demands. Another we can say this mobile application related to notebooks, or we can say with respect to mobile wireless devices. Wireless network, you are giving some WLAN, Wi-Fi. So to create that Wi-Fi, giving the Wi-Fi to one particular bus station or at railway station, these are the one of the, we can say, network creating phenomena. So there are one Google has already given, you need to register your mobile number and it will give you an OTP and then you can access the Wi-Fi available at that place. We can say that bill payment is another of the applications for that computer network, courier tracking services, m-commerce, some of the advertisement. Yes. What? WLAN. It's a wide local area network. WLAN, wireless local area network. You can say you are creating a network, but through the wireless. Like there are like you can say your Wi-Fi in your home or Wi-Fi in your college. When you are connecting your mobile through that Wi-Fi link and you are doing some information, it's a WLAN. wireless local area network. Area is limited, but it's connected through wireless. Now, these are the different applications, and all of us are very well known to that. It's not new for us. Now, what are the network hardware and what is the type of communication is possible? So basically, there are three type of the communication is always there whenever we talk about like exchanging the data and all the stuff. So three type of this communication. First will be the simplex. Second is a half duplex. Third is a full duplex. Okay. So what do you mean by simplex? Simplex is just like a broadcasting. While the direction of the data is only one-sided. You can say you are watching a video from YouTube. So that service is considered as a one directional. You cannot change that video while it is going to live. You can send the chat room, you can use the chat box and all the stuff. So all the people can see that. But whatever the video streaming are there, that right now you are seeing, it is just a one directional. You cannot say like that, just post the video for entire world. No. You can pause it at your place, but it is just sharing their information to everywhere. So we can say that's the simplex communication. Another example will be like your television. Television is going to be a broadcasting device, so it's a simplex communication. You cannot say that news anchor that please stop your news. I want to take a break fast. Okay, then you it's not possible like that. So that's the one directional. So television is one of the best examples. Half duplex, which is having a both of the side communication, but turn by turn. You can say like that your internet access sometime is going to be a half duplex. Like you are sending some request that I want to see the google.com, and then they will give you a web page. Then again you will give the query, again it will give you the message, again you will give the query, again it will. So we can say there is a half. At a time, one direction will be there, in another direction it will depend on a query and request. The example that generally that people are giving, which is a walkie-talkie. Okay, so at a time, one person can speak on that channel. Once that person will terminate their communication, it will give some intimation over. Then another person can speak over with that. So either same channel you are using, but at a time only one party can speak. So one station can speak at a time. Okay. Next is a full duplex. Best example for full duplex is your mobile phone, your telephone. So to do the full duplex, obviously, there is a common band, but the dedicated channel is a different. So whenever you see your mobile phone, so in mobile phone, there are a uplink and downlink are there. As well as you can say, whatever the data that you are speaking, it is going on another band. Well, whatever the data you are receiving, it is also in another band. So we can say there are a dedicated band is given for transmission and reception, but on a same particular band. Like you have a band of let's take 900 to 1000 megahertz. So 920 is given for transmission, while 930 given for the reception. But it is on that 900 to 1000 band only. So that's the example of full duplex communication. Okay. So three type of the communication is always there: simplex, half duplex, and full duplex. Another type of the network, which is a point-to-point and multi-point. So either you are doing a communication from one-to-one, link to link, or you are doing from multi-point, like there are one mainframe, and from that all the stations are accessing the information. So that point-to-point, we can say one-to-one communication we are doing. Like you are connecting some Bluetooth, and you are exchanging the data between that 2 point only. So that Bluetooth will send some data, and it will give it to the nearby mobile, which is connected with. So that's the point-to-point. Well, we can say you are having one Wi-Fi point, and from the Wi-Fi point, you are accessing all the information from that. So link is available. You need to connect to that. And multiple devices can connect to same link. So that's the multi-point network. That's the simple stuff we have. Next, we have a concept of topology. Is there anybody having any doubt till now? Please let me know. Walkie-talkie, mobile laptop, yes. Yes. Walkie-talkie can work for the longer range up to like country to country also. But there are power dissipation or we can say generated power must be controlled. Like you can say when you're going to purchase or when you're going to purchase the walkie-talkie, first of all, it is like a license band. You cannot use walkie-talkie directly. You need to take some amateur license. Okay, and I'm also applying for that amateur license, and I think in few months I will also have the walkie-talkie. And it's like carrying a gun. Like for the gun, you need to take a license. Like to carrying the walkie-talkie, also you need to take a license. And for that, first you need to apply for the exam. Like there are electronics, basic electronics, digital electronics, such communication-based exam is there. There are syllabus, dedicated syllabus. You need to go through that syllabus. You need to appear for the exams. Once you clear the exam, they will give you one ID. Like let's say VU2EXP. So that is my name. VU2EXP, if I'll just give you the example. So whenever I want to use my walkie-talkie, first I need to narrate my name. Like this is a VU2EXP speaking on this band number, this one, or frequency on this one. And whenever you're speaking from that one, you are sending your data. Now it is working on kind of the skywave. What do you mean by skywave? Whatever the data that you are generating from your walkie-talkie, it will go to the air. And in the air, there are ionosphere is there. And from the ionosphere, it is reflected back. Like we can say right now, if I'm in a listening mode, so if somebody will listen that conversation, he will also speak. Okay, this VU223W, this is the person, and I'm receiving your signal. Your signal strength is very good, temperature. So now the conversation is started. Now, once that conversation started, one by one, people need to speak. Like this speaking, this listen. Another this speaking, this is the listen. So likewise, there are a one directional communication at a time is possible. Okay. And they are having a limited band of also there. So that all the police communication, whatever those restricted grade communication is done on that one. Now to listen those conversation or to send that message, you must require the license. And you need to go for that exam for the Rajkot people. Our exam is organized at Gandhinagar or Ahmedabad. And there are a fee to appear for this exam is 100 rupees only. आप 100 रुपीज 100 रुपए दे के आपको एग्जाम में बैठ सकते हो। अगर आपने इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स एंड कम्युनिकेशन से बैचलर्स या मास्टर्स किया है तो 2 पेपर में से आपको 1 पेपर नहीं देना पड़ता। दूसरा, अगर आपको जनरल ग्रेड चाहिए, लाइक आप यहाँ पे बैठ के आप स्पेस स्टेशन पे भी बात करना चाहते हो, लाइक जो भी इंटरनेशनल स्पेस स्टेशन, अगर आप वहां तक अपना डेटा भेज अपना वॉइस भेजना चाहते हो, तो यू नीड टू टेक अ जनरल ग्रेड लाइसेंस. In general grade license, you need to practice for Morse code. Morse code, like so. You need to get like expert in that one. उसका होता है कि इतने word per second आप भेजते होने चाहिए. इसका भी exam होता है. 3 paper are there. 2 written. And this is a Morse code paper. And they will charge you near about 2,000 rupees for lifetime license. Or like lots of that amateur activity are there. It's a hobby. Okay, and it is like very few people are there, but whenever such natural calamities are there, or at that time this only the ham radio or this amateur radios are only work. Mobile communication, satellite, everything going to this failed, but this amateur radio will save the life. Everyone can listen. Like if I am transmitting, another person on the listening mode, so everybody can listen. Like right now, if I started in a listening mode, so whatever the message coming on that frequency, that any person can. Like I am transmitting at 1.32 megahertz. Other person also set 1.32 megahertz in their device, so he can transmit, he can listen that in this frequency somebody is transmitting. Now I need to, like once I have listened to this one, now I need to stop to that frequency. And again, I am transmitting on the same frequency also. So over that, this person is speaking on that frequency. I am also speaking on the frequency, but turn by turn. That is become a half duplex. Frequency दोनों साइड सेम रखो. एक बार ये बोलेगा, ये सुनेगा, बाद में दूसरा बंदा बोलेगा, पहला बंदा सुनेगा. Likewise, that's the half duplex. But if you are like very much interested, like it's not that much. 100 आप बहुत ही छोटी सी बुक होती है. कम्युनिकेशन के फंडामेंटल है, ट्रांजिस्टर क्या होता है, कैपेसिटर क्या होता है, इंडक्टर, बेसिक इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स फिजिक्स में एलिमेंट्स ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स सब में आ गया हो. 100 या 150 पेजेस की एक बुक है. एज अ हॉबी आप अगर पढ़ोगे तो 2 पेपर होते हैं, इसमें आप रेस्ट्रिक्टेड ग्रेड का लाइसेंस लेके आप सिटी टू सिटी कम्युनिकेशन कर सकते हो, और कहीं पे भी वो वोकी टोकी लेके आप घूम सकते हो, बात कर सकते हो. सो इट्स good thing. If you are interested in that, search for the amateur license of India, ham radio India, you will get, or come to me, I will guide you that what you can. Right now also I'm preparing, some material is there, and if some that corona is like, we have applied for the license, our exam is also there, but suddenly the lockdown came, so we have missed one exam, but now we are planning for another exam. But if it is good, so okay, talkie like mobile phone, whatever the 1,000 of mobile phone you have, it doesn't, which everyone having the iPhone, okay, right? Nowadays, it is general. Walkie talkie, hello, such. It's calling alpha, VU to EXP, calling to, like there are like what people are doing in this ham radio. People are just sitting, people are just travel through any sea, like they are going to set their position in one of the unknown, I can say unknown tapu, or we can say unknown beach, where they will set up their entire, like they will manage for the powers and everything, and they will transmit the data from such odd places. Okay, in middle of the sea, they will send, they will set on one boat, एक बोट में बैठ जाते हैं और दरिया में निकल पड़ते हैं, और वहां पे बीच में दरिया में बैठ के वहां पे ट्रांसमिशन करते हो. Like you need to find out where this particular person is right now. So there are I can say hunting game. Okay, like location hunting games are there. And if such type of the location that artificially they are created, and if you get it the location exactly in kind of the very short time of span, they will give you the prize also. So such type of the hunting games are also there. Like you identify like where right now I am. So there are in the Pacific Ocean, having one small boat, and they will sit with all the ham radio equipment. So SEB look how we follow that. And sometimes it is happened like that. If the weather is very much clear, so if weather is very much clear, so it is possible like that from another country signal you can also receive over here. वो लोग तो बेचते ही रहते हैं, उसके पास ज्यादा पावर होता है, तो आप अपने एम रेडियो में यहाँ का नहीं बट दूसरी कंट्री का भी सिग्नल यहाँ पे सुन सकते हो from thousands of kilometers. It is possible. It's just we need to explore. ऐसे जैसे आप उसको सीखते जाओगे, चल. But if you are interested, do that. It's a good. The police, आप ऐसा है that I have experienced one thing. There is one person with us, and he is having a ham radio. Whenever car stopped by any particular policeman, तो वो ham radio अपने कार के डेस्क के ऊपर रखता था. ऐसा ही ham radio उठा के हेलो हेलो हेलो, ओके सर, जावा दो जावा दो जावा दो जावा दो. ये तो कोई पुलिस वाला या कुछ बड़ा बड़ा बंदा हो गया, कोई ओके टोके हेलो वीयू टू एक्सप्रेस बोलना चल रहा था, अरे जावा दो साहब जावा दो क्या છો આ કાઈ બીજું પૂછે લાયસન્સ છે નથી શું છે. It's but it's just for joke, but it's a hobby. Like people people are creating some awareness about that. You're like होना चाहिए. Okay, so we are over here about the topology. And what is the topology we have? So topology is nothing but in manner how you are connecting your different computer nodes. How you are connecting the nodes, in which manner. Okay. And depending on that connection of those nodes, there are a different topology created, which is going to be like, this is a general topology, mesh, star, bus, ring. And another topology is a hybrid. So it's a combination of all this, like mesh and star, star and bus, bus and ring, ring and mesh. So that's the hybrid topology. Now, what is this topology? Way in which the network is laid on physically, two or more devices connect to a link, and it is geometric representation of the relationship of all the link and devices. So that's the definition of topology. So first topology, which is a mesh topology. Now, what do I mean by mesh topology? Like every station connected with the rest of the devices. Like if I am having a 5 station in my network, so all the 5 connected with all the 5. Okay, every station connected with everyone. So what you required, like if you can see like that, this station, so it requires a dedicated link between all the stations. Like if you see this station, so it is connected with link with all the remaining stations. So we can say if you are having a 5 station are there, so how many cables are required? How many cables are required with this equation? And multiply by n minus 1 divided by 2. We can say if we have a 5 stations, so 5 multiplied by 4 divided by 2. So 10 cables you required to do this stuff. So this is about a 5 cable, 5 station. If you are having a 500 station, then there are thousands of cables you require to do this mesh topology. So what is we can say, what is the advantages? Like link carries its own data, it's a robust, privacy and security, it's good, easy to fault identification and isolation. Like कोई भी एक station या link बीच में खराब हो गई, so there is not any that much of effect because rest of the link are already available. As well as we can say it's an individual link will carry the individual data. So traffic can be controlled easily. The traffic का इतना problem नहीं होता. Like individually, like यहाँ पे they start sending to that link. Okay. What are the disadvantages? Number of input output required is a larger. Like whatever the switch or whatever the station that you are creating, like if one switch you want to connect with the 100 device, तो पहले तो आपके वो device में 100 plug होने चाहिए. Like that where you can connect those 100 cables. So number of IO devices required a very large. So if your network is increase more, so that limitation is number of IO pins or IO terminals. It's a bulk number of wires required. Large space you required and bulk number of wires. Okay, if there are 100 of such stations are there, so very huge number of wire you need to attach. Expensive, obviously, number of wires required larger. It is become a expensive in manner. Next topology is a star. So star, we can say every device is dedicated a point-to-point link with the one central device name is a hub. So we can say normally whenever we see our computer lab, it is majorly connected through such type of the topology in terms of star. So there are one switch is there, and from that switch, all the PCs are getting the coaxial cables. So we can say that every PC is connected to that hub, and whatever the data for that PC is going to deliver through that central devices. So what are the advantages? Less expensive than mesh because that number of cable is reduced. Easy install and reconfiguration. You just need to identify which PC connected to which terminal. And if some fault are there, so you need to replace that terminal and that cable only. So we can say it's easy to install and reconfiguration, less cabling as compared to the mesh, easy fault identification, robust. While what is the disadvantages? Dependency of whole topology on the hub. Hub ही खराब हो गया तो सब लोग अंधेरे में चले जाएंगे. ठीक है. So if there is a hub fail, everything is failed. So entire dependency on one device. That's the disadvantage. Next is a bus topology. Like best example for the bus topology is your cable TV network. Okay. So there are one common link is there, coaxial cable link is there, and all the TV television sets are there connected through that one link. So we can say point to multi-point type of the topology. You can do it with this one. Bus, we can say long cable act as a backbone device for the network. Nodes are connected by the drop lines. As you can say, there are a master line is there. And from that one master line, every cable is given to the different television sets. So that's we can say the bus type of the arrangement. So you require a tap connection, less expensive than mesh. Obviously, एक ही cable चाहिए to set up a common link. Easy install and reconfiguration, less cabling and robust. Normally, the bus topology is applied where we are having a longer distance communication. We can say like if you want to communicate from here to another country, from here to I can say with the Africa, if you want to send the data. So at that time, such mesh and bus topology not possible. You are mesh and star topology not possible. You are spreading one optical fiber cable only. And if some country are coming between from this country to this country, they require a power divider or tap signal. So from the one link, they are getting their own data. So there are a big line of the fiber cable is there. And from that one fiber cable, other country will also take their data. So that's the arrangement. Like whenever we are having a large distance communication, bus topology is the most suitable. Okay, that's the thing we have. Disadvantages, dependency of wall in a topology of bus. Cable खराब हो गया, बात खत्म. You can say the total topology is depend on that one particular master cable. Difficult reconfiguration and fault identification. Like where it is going to make, like no doubt in optical fiber there are such devices are there which known as a OTDR. So what is going to be happen with OTDR? Like you have spreaded, let's say 1000 kilometer of the fiber optic cable. By putting the OTDR at one end, आप OTDR device को एक end पे लगाओ. By sending a sample signal, you will get exact location that after how much kilometer your fiber is getting cracked or your fiber is having a fault. So such type of the measuring device is available with fiber optic cable. But if in a normal coaxial cable, such type of the facility is not there. So it's very difficult to identify where particular fault is there. If such type of the error, like in normal cable TV connection, like if there are multiple buildings are there, but कोई एक बीच वाले बिल्डिंग का उसके मालिक का दिमाग घूम गया और बोला नहीं मैं इधर से केबल नहीं जाने दूंगा, कट कर दिया, तो उधर वो चिल्ला रहे हैं कि भाई टीवी नहीं आ रहा है, चैनल नहीं आ रहा है, यहाँ से भाई हम तो भेज रहे हैं, तो उनको पूरा वो ऑब्जर्वेशन के लिए निकलना भाई कौन से छत से ये केबल काट दिया है. सो दैट्स द डिफिकल्ट ना, लाइक टू आइडेंटिफाई भाई कहाँ से केबल, तो फिर से वहां पे जाके उसको मनाओ, उसको थोड़ा खिलाओ पिलाओ कि भाई नहीं केबल रख देना, आप फ्री में चैनल लेके जाना, लेकिन हमारा केबल यहाँ से पास. ऐसा होता है. दैट्स द इन इंडिया, इन स्पेशली इन गुजरात यही सिनारियो है. अब देखो मेरे घर के ऊपर पूरा हब लगेगा तो मैं फ्री में इंटरनेट वापरूंगा, ठीक है, दैट्स द फ्री इंटरनेट आई रिक्वायर्ड, और फ्री डिश फ्री टीवी मेरे को देना पड़ेगा. और अगर मना कर दे तो भी हम लोग बहुत जुगाड़ू पीपल है. आई रिमेम्बर सच थिंग, लाइक मेरी बाजू के बिल्डिंग में एक ऐसी हब, तो वो लोग फ्री में क्या करेंगे, वो ऐसा like pin are there, safety pin or any kind of the any kind of the like such sharp devices. So what they will do, they will like half they will cut that cable, और वो केबल में ऐसा टेप लगा देते हैं, like you can say okay लंगरियू, गुजराती में उसको लंगरियू बोलते हैं, like to like it's kind of thefting the electric, likewise they are thefting the TV channel. લંગરિયું લગાવી દીધું ને બધી ચેનલ આયા ઘરમાં આવે એટલે મફત કે પૈસા નહીં ભરવાના ને ઘરે ટેલિવિઝન ચાલે. અને પાછું જો કોક લાઈક अगर कोई बोलने आता है भाई क्या तूने ये लगा दिया, सब केबल यहाँ से निकाल के बाहर फेंक देते थे, मेरे को फ्री नहीं मिलेगा तो मैं इधर कुछ नहीं करूँ. ये होता था. तो वो फ्री से कोई चलो ना 200 रुपया ऐसे ही गया तू रखो ना, लेकिन यार क्या होता है कि बड़ी बिल्डिंग है तो उधर से सब कनेक्शन देना इजी रहता है. बोले कि 200 रुपए नहीं कमाए थे, ऐसा होता था. कुछ ऐसे माथा भारे लोग गुजराती में बोलते हैं ना, तो वो ऐसा करते थे. मैं टीवी चैनल का पैसा कभी नहीं, और जैसे ही डिश एंटेना आया ना तो वो सामने से ऐसे बाइक लेके गुजरता, उसके सामने जरूर देखता था कि अभी करो लियो चोरी, क्योंकि अभी तो तेरे को टाटा स्काई लगवाना पड़ेगा. अब तक 200 रुपए का जो तूने मेरे से फाइन लिया है, फिर दो टाटा स्काई वालों को 400 रुपए पर मंथ. What I am saying, that is a जुगाड़ू people, all of us we have. But दो केबल तो ले लिए, लेकिन सेट टॉप बॉक्स तो दो चाहिए ना. ऐसा किया है सेटअप बॉक्स का क्लोन करके ऊपर भी टीवी चलाओ नीचे, ऐसा नहीं. सेट टॉप बॉक्स तो एक ही आता ना, वो टाटा स्काई से ही लेना पड़ेगा. बिना केबल लगाओ लो क्या चैनल, कुछ नहीं मिलेगा. तो वो टाटा स्काई वाले ऐसे बुद्धू नहीं है, उसको पता है गुजरात में ऐसा होगा, राजकोट वाले ऐसे दो केबल लगा देंगे, तो उन लोगों ने सेट टॉप बॉक्स लगा दिया कि करो लो, अभी सैटेलाइट से तो रिसीव करोगे लेकिन रिसीवर तो चाहिए ना. तो वो सेट टॉप बॉक्स अगर आपको एक सिस्टम से दो चाहिए तो इधर भी 100 रुपए लगेंगे, इधर भी 100 रुपए लगेंगे. सो पे 200 रुपीज एक्स्ट्रा, वी विल गिव यू मल्टीपल कनेक्शन. ऐसी एड आती थी, टेक अ मल्टीपल कनेक्शन एट योर वन होम, यू नीड टू पे दैट मच ऑफ मनी एक्स्ट्रा. एक नया डब्बा रख के जाते थे. दे हैव द ब्रेन, दे आर रनिंग सच बिग कंपनी, वो जानते हैं ये सब. So that's the overall thing we have regarding the boss and purpose. So 5 minutes just we have remaining. So not going in that much of detail. We will go with this rest of the topology from the next lecture onwards. Okay. Everybody just write their enrollment number and name and 5 minutes of time. If you have any question or any doubt, please ask me. Yes. So TC1. 65, 26, 002, TC1. TC1, 018, 166, 54, 165. Anybody else TC1? TC2 91, TC2 91, 140, 128, 100, 090, 100, 090, 88, 88, 132, 133, 100 है 100. चलिए नेक्स्ट 128, TC3, TC2 में बाकी कोई? हाँ 10, TC3 एक ही बंदा. ओके quickly write your enrollment number and name and then you can go everyone please.